least on that possession they were.
Two of the best 5 freshmen in the country, along with Sullinger, Aaron Kraft at Ohio State.
2 rejections on the first 2 shots by Jones. Nice job by Tennessee's defense.
Kentucky man-to-man. They only go 6 deep. They can't foul, and they don't want to foul. A key for Tennessee, get that thing inside.
Hobson, his first shot is short from 3. And Knight with the rebound. There's Miller inside. Nice drive by Miller. Didn't get it. Jones can't get the putback. And Tennessee coming the other way. Tatum will kick it out on the baseline. Scotty Hobson on the drive this time. Still can't get it to go.
You see the respect Tennessee has for Kentucky's run game, sending 2 to defense. Normally they only send 1, Tennessee does, Brad. So just out of respect for Kentucky, make the adjustment.
Harris, and he had it stuck by Harrison. They've had 3 block shots in the opening 90 seconds.
Kentucky's dribble drive. They want to get to the nail, fight for their spot at the nail to open up the offense.
Talk about nailing one. Well, DeAndre Liggins from 3.
Kentucky didn't quite get to the nail on the drive, but they got close enough to make the defense respond for the kick out.
Gave Liggins just enough room to knock down his 20th three-pointer of the year. Might have gotten away with a walk there, and Harris knocks down a 3 to tie it.
Harris has a very robotic release on his shot. Therefore, he only takes wide open threes. That's exactly what he delivered.
Those 2 guys, they don't even average a 3 a game, and they start off by knocking down the first 2 from outside the arc. And as that ball tips, and the officials are going to talk it over, and they say yes, it is.
Kentucky fortunate to get it back. Brandon Knight went off the UCLA high post cut, but he wasn't looking for the basketball. Look at him turn his head, Brad. You keep your eyes on the passer until you stick your nose underneath the rim. Kentucky lucky to get it back.
Had Tennessee not touched that, it would have either been out of bounds or would have hit him right in the head. And Kentucky turns it over. John Calipari in his 2nd year. First time he's ever lost back-to-back games in his time at Kentucky the last 2 weeks, including the 2-point setback at Florida on primetime on ESPN on Saturday. Nice lob inside. Good feed, but another rejection. This time, Jones with a stop. It's a block shot party right now so far. That and turnovers. Wow.
This kid Jones, a big-time playmaker on both ends. I mean, he comes from about 15 feet away to eliminate an easy 2. But then he gets so excited for the block shot. He was 120 miles an hour with the ball in his hands, doesn't know where he's going.
Goins in close. Tennessee's had some close shots that won't drop. And now, nice hustle by everybody to try to get to the ball. And when the smoke clears, it's going to be Kentucky ball. Bruce Pearl, he only wears that orange blazer, and he says that was the original. There's more than one in his closet now, but he wears it for Kentucky and Vanderbilt.
Well, you and I Shannon could all just see the excitement and the joy of Bruce Pearl today, back with his guys on game day. Such a distressing time for him. He said he's going to watch the bus drive away to the airport, and nothing he could do about it. He's back in the saddle.
Here's another Kentucky turnover. That's a 3rd. Tatum trying to take it coast to coast. Cameron Tatum gives Tennessee the lead.
You know, if you're Tennessee and you want to play the game in the 60s, you try to score early, just like they did, or you try to score late. That's the game plan for these guys in orange.
Got a different backcourt in there right now. Skylar McGee and Trey Golden. And Scotty Hobson, they're going to have to limit his minutes because of his bad ankle. A whistle and a foul as Brandon Knight's fouled by Harris.
Brad, to start this game, you look at Hobson on the bench, and just how explosive will he be off that left ankle is a big concern, because he's the one guy that can create a shot. And if he's not explosive off the left, that's not good.
Hustle for another Kentucky loose ball. They get this one. And Lamb with a pull-up jumper. One of those 50-50 balls that came to the perfect guy for Kentucky to knock down the outside jump shot.
Tennessee in their version of the flex offense. They didn't score early, so now they want to score late. And that's in the middle of the shot clock, and that's not the shot they want.
Some suggestions during the practice. He said, you just want my sweatshirt? I'll give it back to you. You can coach again tonight if you want to.
Took it right off.
Yeah. That's the kind of excitement there was at practice today with everybody on deck. Skylander B goes in, misses his shot, and now it's a 4-on-2. Knight pull up, 3. Got it.
But you can't turn it over or take quick shots and miss them if you're Tennessee, because that ignites the Kentucky break. And Tony Jones did his part. He got his guys to 5 and 3. I think if Bruce Pearl was on that bench, though, right now, Tennessee would have won at Arkansas. They would have beat Alabama. His voice, his conviction in the huddle, his passion, how he sees things, that equates to some points now.
Another block shot by Jones, his second, and on the other end, he's fouled, going to the basket. Scotty Hobson, his ankle looked okay on that one.
Boy, you just can't give up easy points like that, Brad. I mean, that's just a very simple screening action. One screen, and a guy gets freed.
Kentucky worked on that, I bet you 15 minutes at the shoot-around today about that inbounds play underneath the basket, and they just gave up one that the assistant coaches were going crazy on the kids for not paying attention. Jones, his first field goal. And here's a steal by Liggins. He's got Jones in front, and he got it to him. Williams draws a double team. Crowd erupts at Rupp. Try Williams again. He ran out of real estate and threw it away. Back-to-back Tennessee turnovers. Here come the Cats leading by 7. Jones, a no-look pass. And a foul on Jones. Not a bad pass by the big guy, but he forgot to put the brakes on.
You know, the important thing for bigs is, can they stop? And Terrence Jones doesn't have the stop part down yet. He can blow by you. He goes left and he goes lefter in this league. He's not going to beat you going to the right.
Left and lefter?
Yeah, but John Wall now is a great example. John Wall could go bam, and he could stop very quick.
Yeah. Something
Terrence Jones can't do.
John Wall had extreme front disc brakes.
Yes, he did.
Hobson on a runner. The battle for the rebound. Foul on the floor, and it's going to be on Harrelson. That'll be his first. Rivalry week continues on ESPN. Coming up Wednesday night, tomorrow night, 2 traditional Big East rivals, Georgetown and Syracuse, get together. That's always a dandy. And then the latest chapter of North Carolina and Duke. Wednesday night hoops presented by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Part of Rivalry Week presented by Cisco. North Carolina Duke is subject to blackout in the ACC markets.
A month ago, that looked like a game that would be an opportunity for North Carolina to prove they're the second best team in the ACC. And you know what? Now it's an opportunity for them to prove they're the best team in the ACC. Offensively, they are on fire.
Goins, nice drive. Melvin Goins. That's the lead to 5.
Well, any basket by Goins really chews him up as far as defensively into your jersey. He just now really wants to climb up into.
He wanted a big-time pick from Darius Miller and didn't see it coming. Here's Liggins, drive with the left hand. Scotty Hobson, I don't know if he could stay with him defensively because of his ankle or if he just did have good position.
Kentucky drove that basketball, Brad, right across the nail on the free throw line. And that's a big part of this ball game. They drive it across the nail, their offense is clicking.
Hobson, pull up 3. Got it. Wow, falling down. Well, that'll give him some confidence on that bad wheel. He missed the last 2 games with that ankle injury suffered in practice. Landed on one of his teammates' foot coming down from midair, which happens so often. Kind of like the collision we just had there, and that's going to be an offensive foul as Ryan Williams holds his Kentucky here. As Tobias Harris will inbound for the Volunteers. Big gets it right back, and he's going to bring it into the front court.
You know, Pearl talked about the tempo and the pace they want to play in this game. Again, Harris in the middle of the shot clock, Brad, going into traffic. That's not what they need to be doing.
That's the 5th Tennessee turnover. And that coming out of a timeout, it's just not good. It's not good anytime, but especially when you have something called. As a coach, that drives you crazy. Part of it might have been that Harris had to bring it in on the dribble in the front court by himself instead of Goins. Three-pointer goes for Darius Miller. He goes back to 7.
Really in rhythm is Miller. Catching it far enough away from the three-point line that he can naturally step into his shot and not step on the three-point line. Very important.
Goins thought about a 3 and didn't take it. He will take this one. Rebound. Fields had a hand on it. And going to be last touch by Kentucky on the baseline. So Tennessee ball. Terrence Jones will check back in for the Wildcats. And Bone goes out. Cameron Tatum comes back in for Tennessee.
Watch Tobias Harris here. He's going to be the inbounds guy and then will receive a screen. Tennessee loves to go right back to him. Like he sniffed it out.
Yep. Terrence Jones saw it coming. Midway point, first half. Couple ties early, and Kentucky with the lead now. Harris baseline jumper. Rebounded by Kentucky. And a foul underneath.
I'm going back to Kentucky's offense. There's an actual nail on every basketball court in the country right at the middle of that free throw stripe. And you can see it right there. It is. There's the nail. And Kentucky's offense, they talk about it a lot. Drive the ball across the nail. Drive it across the nail. And when they're doing that, that opens up not only drives, but drives into passes.
And that last replay you showed, Liggins went right over the top of that nail. There's a couple of block shots again by Tennessee. Back-to-back blocks. Hobson trying to go through traffic. And a foul. Now the Cats on Brandon Knight. That'll be his second. And that could cause a little bit of a problem for John Calipari. With 9.5 minutes to go, you don't want your top point guard to have to sit down too long.
I think who owns the nail in this game is very important. I talked about what Kentucky wants to do on that part of the floor, and for Tennessee, it's all about getting to that free throw stripe where you line up that sneaker to shoot a free throw on the nail. Tennessee has to do that. Brad, they were one of the top free throw attempting teams in the country. Tennessee was back in January, about 28 times per game.
Right.
They're only making 11 free throws right now in conference play. They've got to start getting back to that charity stripe.
Scotty Hobson normally pretty good there. 76% free throw shooter, way up from a year ago. And he misses his first one, a Hopkinsville, Kentucky native. So this one means a lot to him every time these two teams get together, being a Kentucky native. Got the second, 6 for Scotty. And it's a 6-point Kentucky advantage.
I think we're going to see a zone possession out of Tennessee. They're going to try to steal one right now. With Brandon Knight on the bench, the best three-point shooter. So you have to tag Lamb. Maybe Liggins a little bit.
Here goes Liggins in the paint again. And he found his way to get to the free throw line.